Brazil, Mexico, Morocco, and South Africa booked their ticket to the 2026 FIFA World Cup next round. They qualified for the last 32. Mexico won against Czechia 3-0. I mean, Mexico, they played 3 games, 3 win, 0 goal conceded. We have to be careful in that team. They play home, the next game will be at home. And of course, Morocco won against Haiti 4-2. That game was interesting. We're going to dive into it. And of course, Brazil won 3-0 against Scotland. You know, Brazil, the first game against Morocco was like a kind of, it was kind of hard to watch. People were having doubt on them. There's one thing I love about this World Cup. For me, personally, I think this is the best World Cup in terms of storytelling. In the storytelling line, this World Cup is arguably the best World Cup. If you look at it, everyone has been talking right now. Ronaldo, Messi, Mbappé, Haaland, Lamine Yamal, and everyone. Nobody's talking about Brazil because they have a superstar too. Vinicius Junior. And Neymar is back on the field after 2 years missing the national, as they call it. He's back. The prince is back. But for me, in terms of storytelling, it's the old versus the future. Because we know Messi, Ronaldo, Modric, this may be their last World Cup. But we know Mbappé, Haaland, Lamine Yamal, Vinicius Junior, those guys will be there for at least for the next 2 or 3 World Cup. And of course, the last game was South Africa. They won against South Korea, the derby of the South. And South Africa won 1-0, booking their qualification to the next round. I'm so happy. Tonight, we had 2 African teams qualify to the next round, and with conviction. Because South Africa in the first game won the loss against Mexico, everyone was criticizing the way they were playing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to address every single game. We're going to analyze them. This is your 2026 FIFA World Cup, Week 2, Game 2 of this group match analysis. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the world of soccer. If you're not allowed to subscribe, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this with your friend. Without wasting any time, we're going to start with Brazil. Because for me, we're going to start with Brazil and then we go to Morocco or Mexico, But let's start with Brazil. The prince is back. Brazil was playing against Scotland, had one job to do. Do not concede 3 goals. Because with 3 points, they could qualify. But now they are -3. They're sitting in the 3rd position behind. Morocco has same point as Brazil, 7 points. But with the goal differences, Brazil is top the group. Today we saw the first goal was a free goal. The second goal was free. I don't know how a team that want to qualify can give a free goal to player like Vinicius Junior. Because Vinicius Junior, they don't forgive. Even there was one goal that was considered. For me, it wasn't a foul. Vinny took the ball, he pressed, the guy panicked, and then he took the ball from him. He scored. I don't know why they just did not allow the goal. The referee is a Mexican. In 2018, Brazil had a complaint against him because he allowed a goal that Brazilians thought it was offside. And this time, when he disallowed this goal, Ancelotti was filming on the touchline. But overall, it was an easy game for Brazil because 7 minutes in, Vinicius Junior scored. And then, of course, 45 plus 3 before halftime, he scored his brace, putting him 4 goals now. Vinny scored in every single game during this tournament so far. 3 games, 4 goals, 2 assists. He's arguably the best player so far. I know Messi scored 5 goals, but he didn't have any assists. Mbappé has 4 goals, no assists. Haaland has 4 goals, no assists. All right? So far, Vinny is the best player in the tournament. But nobody's talking about him because, Brazil, they're struggling. They're struggling because, they don't have the aura they used to have. They have the old name, but now really, people are not scared of them that much, right? Because today, if they play against Argentina, they're not going to be favorite. They're not going to be favorite against France, not against England, not against Spain, not against, let's say, who else? Yeah, that will be all. Because I think Germany and them will be 50-50, but I don't think they will be favorite against Germany either. So overall, they won the game, they won the group, which what everyone was expecting because before the World Cup started, everyone thought, okay, maybe Morocco can push them or you're gonna just end Brazil, Morocco, and then whoever follow them. And as we can see right now, we respected the hierarchy. It's Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. Right, that was the list when the World Cup started. We know how everyone thought that's how it's going to go, and that's what happened. Morocco 7 points, Brazil 7 point, and Carlo Ancelotti and his boys qualify for the next round. And we're gonna see who they're going to play, because in this group there is a lot of calculation in it. There is only one game that is confirmed, which is Canada and South Africa. The rest is still calculation. We're gonna see, right? But overall, Brazil had a good game. Acuna scored again, 60 minutes. That dude is a fresh of breath air, breath of fresh air for the Brazilian, because you can see clearly the difference between him and Igor Santos, right? Igor Santos. Overall, like I said, Brazil dominated this game, 21 shot to 11, 8 shot on target, 3 goals scored. Scotland had like 45 shot on target and 54 to 46 position. This Brazilian team play like Ancelotti a team. They don't care about the position, right? They can kill you. And the major storyline today is that Neymar is back. Neymar played his first minute with Brazil. Even though the president was criticizing him, Lula dos Santos was criticizing him. He said, this is the first time a player go to a World Cup or like being like in vacation, right? He was criticizing his own player. But we know, because there is a political tension, Neymar was supporting his opponent, the guy who lost to him. So you all know. So that's a politic. We are now, this is a football channel. We are not talking about politics there. So we're going to go to the next game, because Morocco won their game 4-2 against Haiti. Everyone was thinking, okay, Morocco gonna come, like maybe they're gonna win 5-0, they top the group. But hey, it's not what happened, bro. Like, yo, Haiti come in with, they play with honor, like intensity, aggressivity. They gave everything. Their second goal, even some Moroccan fans were excited about it. It was against them, but they were happy seeing that type of goal in the World Cup. I mean, in this World Cup, if there is a highlight of goals, like this goal, it's not Bunu, it's Isidore. That goal gonna be among the highlight. It was a beautiful goal. I mean, they scored the first goal in the 10th minute. I mean, they say it's an own goal for Bunu, but for me, I will give it to the Haitian, bro. Like, that was a la Majer. I know if you don't know, Majer was a former Algerian international player who invented that type of a backflip goal. He's the one who first did it. The guy did it, but they say it's a Bunu goal. But 1-0, Moroccan couldn't equalize until the 39th minute. Ashraf Hakimi, the captain, he's playing like he's playing in PSG. Ping pong, you see him like a striker. He was there and he equalized in the 39 minutes. Overall, Haiti played really good. I mean, they were dominated, which is normal. It's against Morocco, one of the best teams from Africa, and arguably one of the dark horses in this competition. Because the last World Cup, they finished like in the semi-final, right? So it's a great team. Morocco is a great team. So they equalized in the 39 minute, in the 39 minute, and then boom, 43rd minute, Isidore scored his goal. A crazy, beautiful goal. A well-taken strike. Bono couldn't do nothing about that. The defense couldn't do nothing about that. And of course, boom, 2 minutes later, Ismail Saibari scored. The first African to score in 3 consecutive World Cup games. Now Morocco has more wins than any African team in the history of the World Cup. I think they have more goals too. So Moroccan, like since 2022, they have been really good. Like they have been consistent. They're working really good. This is how you see if a federation is working or not. Their king is doing fantastic job out there. Morocco, in the second half, they just came out, they just established the dominance over the Haitian, couldn't do anything. 78 minutes, Soufiane Rahimi scored a beautiful goal. I mean, hey, it is what it is. People thought the ball was out, but it wasn't out. That was the 4th goal, by the way, by Kassimi Yassine in the 89 minute, like killing the game, 4-2. But overall, Moroccan, just, it's a great team. Like, they changed their squad without even people noticing, right? Because in 2022, they have Ziyech, they have Unai, they have all those players that are not there right now, right? But like now, they have a new generation which blended perfectly with the old version of the team they had in 2022. And we see how impactful they are. And Morocco is a team to count on. And as an African, like I'm all for it, bro. You guys need to go all the way. You gotta go as far as you can. If you can win it, bro, the continent need a trophy now. The continent need a trophy. So overall, 4-2, like I said, it's not a surprising result. Moroccan thought they could win 5-3-0, but it didn't happen, right? The Haitian, I mean, they lost all their game, but you can say, okay, they played good. They didn't do like Scotland, refused to play. Just wait. They played. Even against Scotland, got lucky to beat it. Haiti overall, they play really good. They lost the game against teams that are better than them. It's not like they didn't give the effort needed. So they just lost against our best team. So overall, Morocco finished second, Brazil first in that group. That brings us to the next game because we have another African team that qualify, South Africa. Yes, South Africa. I mean, there is some crazy discussion on the internet, like about the xenophobia in South Africa. A lot of people say we are not supporting them. For me, I support every country from Africa that's playing the World Cup. All right. Even today, I was commenting on Instagram. There was a dude who said, "No, you guys said we are not representing Africa. This is not for Africa. This is for South Africa." Bro, like I never been to South Africa, right? And my friend went there on vacation. He told me to not go. Like he come from like we live together in the state. And he just said he wanted to go to South Africa to do a vacation with his girlfriend. They went and he said, "Yo, dude, don't go there. Like, man, those guys don't like a stranger." I say, okay. I mean, I saw what is happening there. But overall, because of Nelson Mandela, Trevor Noah, I support an African team there. Even those Maghrebian country, some of them, if you listen to some of those people, you won't support them. But you're part of the continent, bro. You cannot help yourself. You cannot cut yourself out of the continent, right? Because if you lost, they're gonna blame all Africa. They would blame the CAF, like how weak we were, right? But if you win, yeah, the CAF won. So like Africa won. So it was 1-0 game. The goal come from in the second half because that first half was boring as hell. Because South Korea thought they could play the tie. If they tie the game, they would qualify directly, right? They would have a 4 point. So they didn't play seriously. In the second half, Maseko scored in 63rd minute. Beautiful combination. They got dominated. South Africa got dominated, but in terms of creating chances, they had more chances than South Korea. They have 14 shots on target. No, 14 shot, 4 shot on target. In terms of position wise, they had only 21%, but it doesn't matter. As long as you get the point, that's the most important thing. So Bafana, they're gonna play against Canada, which I think is beatable. Canada is a beatable team. This is the first time Canada qualify out of the group. It's the first time South Africa qualify out of the group stage. So it's gonna be a really interesting matchup. But for me, I think South Africa collectively is way better than Canada. So I will root for them, even though some of their people don't like it. But hey, you're part of the continent. When you're out, we stop talking about you. As long as you represent in the CAF, we're gonna support or we're gonna hate. Like if you play bad, we're gonna roast you. Like we are roasting the Tunisian right now, right? If you go there, you represent the continent badly, we will talk. You cannot stop us from talking. But overall, congratulations from Bafana for qualifying for the last 32, and we're gonna see what they're gonna do against Canada. But it was disappointing for South Korea, especially for Heung-min Son. He didn't start the game. He came in the second half. So like their coach, I don't know what he wanted to do. I mean, they wanted to play like a conservative ball and it didn't pay off, right? So now they're going to have to pray within them in Scotland. But they have a better goal ratio than Scotland has a -3 and they have -1. And the other team that have 4 points, they finish third position, those guys are going to be ahead of them. So we're going to see until everyone played, so we will know if they're gonna qualify. But I think they have a good chance to qualify because they have 3 points, -1 goal. So we will see what's gonna happen next. So overall, that was a good game for Africa. Morocco qualify, South Africa qualify, right? So that is good for the continent. And of course, the host nation, we're gonna finish with that one. Mexico are 3 out of 3, 9 points out of 9 possible. Matthew Chavez, 50 minutes. I mean, that first half was good. Because the Czechia, we know how aggressive they are. They can play conservative ball, but going forward, they don't have much to offer, right? And Mexico was playing home. I mean, they gave some of their players rest, and it is what it is. They're just in that group. When I saw the group was weak to me, I said, okay, Mexico can win this group, right? Because for me, I thought like South Korea would have given a harder fight in this group or South Africa, because Czechia, if you watch the Euro, Czechia is like a small country in Europe in terms of footballing way. It's not like you from Europe, it doesn't mean you're good. No, not every European team are good, right? Some of them are good, some of them are bad, just like every continent. Like in South America, you have Brazil, you have Uruguay, you have Argentina, and you have Colombia, and the rest, yeah, like you can beat them. All right. In Europe, it's same thing. Yeah, when you take French, England, and all that, the rest are small. And Africa is same thing. So for me, like overall, Czechia doesn't represent a big thing in this. So like in the second half, Mexico just come up with the gun, and Mateo Chavez, 22 years old, the youngest player to score for Mexico in a World Cup, and he's 22 by the way, and he scored in a 55-minute beautiful goal. And that through ball came in, and then he just opened up his body and then take the goalie like a typical left-footed, how they open the goal, just like a Cherry put it on the ground. That's how he scored it. So 55 minutes it was in, and then the Czechia tried to get out, and of course Julian Quinones score. I mean, it's not a beautiful goal. It was just like, okay, there was like entanglement in there. Like the defender hit the ball on the striker, and then the ball bounced back to Quinones scored his second goal of the tournament, giving Mexico 2-0 lead at 61st minute. And Alvaro Fidalgo scored his first goal of the end for Mexico in the 90+4, making it 3-0. It was celebration all over because they have a young kid, 17 years old, the youngest player to start in a World Cup. All right. I think his name is Mora. Guillermo Mora or Gonzalez Mora is a gross young talent, bro. That does play really good. He's calm. He doesn't look 17. I mean, his face looks 17, but when he on the ball, he doesn't look like 17 at all. He was cooking in the midfield. He wasn't scared. He played his game, and Mexico won. And of course, we had Ocho, one of the players that played a 6 World Cup. All right, but there was a controversial because they didn't give him the FIFA badge of honor, because according to FIFA, if you played in every single 6 World Cup, then you're gonna get that, like Ronaldo, like Messi received it. But he did not play in the 2006 and 2010, so he didn't have the badge. But hey, it's 6 World Cup, man. Whether FIFA like it or not, it is 6 World Cup. He's the greatest goalkeeper in North America. Like, even if you can combine this hemisphere, North America, South America, Central America, he's the best goalie around here, right? And he represents his country well. And this is probably his last game because he played the last 13 minutes. And but overall, I was just happy to see the Mexican player celebrating him, the coach celebrating, give him the respect, giving him some game time, because the next going forward, it's gonna be tougher. And I don't think they're gonna take out a young goalie who is doing all right. Yeah, it's a clean sheet, 3 clean sheet, man. Like, you cannot compete with that. So like, he didn't consider any goals, so there is no reason to change him. But the Guillermo Ocho is respected, and we respect him. The world of football respect him, and overall, it was a great performance from Mexico. I mean, yeah, they bossed that team, they owned that group, so they qualify. We're gonna see who they're going to play. Overall, it was a good day in the office. Neymar is back. Morocco qualify, and South Africa qualify, Mexico qualify. So let me know below what you think about this analysis. I know it's a long video, but hey, we have to, this game, they all play together at the same time, so this video is gonna be longer going forward. Hey, if you're still watching, I'm talking to you. If you're still watching, I just want to say I'm so thankful, and thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click, like, subscribe, and share it with your friend. So it helps a lot, especially if you're watching. And I'm pretty sure, I can bet my grandma head nobody's here to watch this. It's 18 minutes something, nobody's watching. I'm 100% sure. But one day, if we go boom, one day I know you're gonna be yeah, like he said that today. We're in 2026, so maybe if I go a bloom like in 5 or 10 years later, I'm gonna bring it up. So anyway, thank you for watching. Stay connected, stay safe, peace.